representing El Paso, Texas, Andrea Piggy Amaro. De Barcelona, España, la imparable Claudia Diaz.
Diaz has a good corner with Rafael Alves de Turn, Cesar Canedo, and Daniel Valverde, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu extraordinaire. And on the contrary, you have Andrea, who has Mike Diaz and Carlos Pacheco. Mike Diaz, I personally know his sister, works for the ISC company, so shout out to Mike and his camp.
Diaz in Spanish yellow. Andrea Amaro last fought, was victorious with a first-round TKO over Carolyn Cordoba. That was on the same card where Diaz was on the main event against Manuela Marconeto. Diaz would lose to the Italian on that night, so maybe they crossed each other in passing and were able to do a little scouting. Here they are again in a very competitive 115-pound division. Diaz using that height and the reach.
Styles makes fights, Max, and this is a fight that Diaz wants, striking. Andrea's gonna take it. She said in her interview that she wanted to test her hands. She wanted to see where she is. And if she wants to test her striking, Diaz is the perfect person to do so. Prior to becoming a full mixed martial artist, Claudia Diaz was just unstoppable competing in Thailand, hence the name La Imparable, which is in Spanish.
La Imparable, she's from Barcelona. Imparable, never stop, despite so many challenges. That's the nickname that she has self-proclaimed. She's been a poster girl for Combate Global. You see her a lot on the marketing, a lot of the public relations.
Well, Diaz doesn't want to be here because this is mirror image of what happened in the previous fight. Maybe Andrea took that page from the book and played that clinch work the last time that Diaz was in that fight.
It worked.
It worked. It's frustrating for Claudia because she wants to strike, she wants to stand up, but you're right, it does work. But does it move you? Does it move you up the ranking with that type of performance? If you're in a clinch for 15 minutes, does it move you up? Was it impressive enough?
Was an impressive record for Claudia Diaz that we saw at the beginning. That is buoyed by her Muay Thai prowess. Lived in Thailand, was phenomenal in that discipline. But when you bring it all to MMA, she had that highlight reel knockout, leaving Dulce Garcia a bloody mess. But the two fights since, it has been a struggle.
Andrea tried to catch that leg when Diaz took the low kick. But Diaz quick to take it out the way. Go for the switch kick now. Andrea trying to grab. She's just waiting for that opportunity to catch that leg. But very crisp boxing from Andrea. Yeah.
She's walking through some of those strikes.
That boxing is crisp. You can see it here. The improvement from the last time we saw. It's just getting better and better. Look at that.
Good right hand from Diaz.
Oh, she felt that though. She felt that, Max.
Such a direct striker. Oh, another good right hand, Diaz.
I think Diaz smells blood right here, Max.
The fight just turned. Amaro had all the momentum until she didn't.
Andrea going back to the clinch.
This is where Diaz should be excelling. The Thai clinch if she can lock it in. But right now, Amaro's feeling more comfortable. Maybe just to slow down the striking, which has been impressive.
Ooh.
Diaz with the combination.
In the pocket, Diaz is very impressive. See how she's landing in that jab. Following him with the right. Oh, there it is.
Right hand.
If I was Andrea, I'll go to the floor.
Andrea Amaro, an incredible story. Was homeless in high school years, had issues with her father. She also had to come out of an autoimmune disease, was always feeling fatigued. Talked to her doctors about it, goes, no, you're all right. She went to a dermatologist because her face had some issues because of that dysfunction, and the dermatologist said this is not skin related. They got the blood test and they found that she did have the autoimmune issues.
We're seeing a different Diaz today, Max. She feels very confident. In fact, every time that Andrea throws, Diaz, she gets to that high kick, Diaz nods and say, nope, you don't have me.
Has to feel confident in that case. It is another good straight left hand from Diaz, but Amaro getting some. She got rocked by that kick.
Oh,
and the
look at that
knee. Back into the clinch.
Diaz not wasting any time. There's no shortness of action from Diaz. She's bringing it.
Amaro,
there.
she sat her down. The number 4 ranked strawweight. Diaz is the number 9. Locking up Diaz at the final seconds of this first round. Maybe a guillotine attempt. And the round question, Rodolfo, Claudia Diaz, whether she won that round or not, she has to be happy about the way it went out. She got her licks in. How does she build off to it here in round 2?
Keep at it. Don't stop. Andrea has great cardio. And she won't stop. She's like the Energizer
And
bunny.
she's not stopping.
And she's not. So you have to be persistent. You can't settle in. If you were very impactful in the first, great. But look, Andrea, look, this is where she wants to fight. She has that strong ground game here. Look how she's positioning this so beautifully. See how she picked her up? She was very patient, picked her up, bringing her to the center of the jaula as much as she can.
She gets into that side control and has very good spacing and has Diaz in some trouble. Now this is where Amaro wants to go. Trains hard down in her hometown of El Paso, making sure she has the jiu-jitsu and the grand game down pat, including at 10th Planet El Paso.
Okay, Andrea needs to position. Get out of this position and take this. Oh, he's going to be cautious, giving the back away.
Amaro's locked in. By the way, Diaz won that first round. That's the official scoring.
Andrea wrapping those legs around, waiting for an opportunity for Diaz to make a mistake so she can land the rear naked, but Diaz doing enough to keep holding on to that right arm.
Pretty good submission defending there from Diaz. That's a massive improvement.
She's doing what she needs to do, absolutely. And credit has to go to the MMA Masters, man. They got Daniel Valverde, who is an extraordinaire in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Amaro's not giving up, though. She feels like she has something, keeps crawling on the back, and she has Diaz locked in.
Andrea just very patient. You can hear the corner. Mike Diaz telling her, be patient, wait for it. And you get that. You can be as good as you can. You can improve as much as you can improve in the ground game, but...
that one gets under the chin.
No, she does have her chin down, so she's doing what she has to do. Diaz is trying to bridge from that position. She needs to rip that hand, push that elbow up.
Oh, she's in trouble now. She spins around.
No, she still has the chin down. She's okay.
So much time on this clock for round number 2.
Diaz is all right. She's doing what she needs to. She's ripping up that arm. Then she's probably going to move to that left elbow, push it up. But she's keeping her chin down. She's doing what she has to do.
She's taking the coaching well.
That figure 4 leg lock around the body is very tight, very tight.
You can see it's contorting the waist of Diaz, but now where does she go? She is locked in.
That's what it is, but the thing is that where they get you is because you're so focused on the figure 4 leg lock. On the figure 4
Diaz
lock.
now has to get control of that wrist. She gets
good
out
stuff.
Again. But what can she do about downstairs?
There
That's
it is.
problem.
Keep turning around, flip, popping up those hips to break up that lock because she has it deep, very deep. But as she's pushing the hips, she needs to be cautious because then you forget about your hands. But she's doing what she has to. Diaz is doing a good effort here.
Feels like a long time where Diaz had the upper hand via the striking. They have been on the ground and pretty much the extent of this second round, and Amaro has had the high ground. Yeah, another spin, another attempt. Raul Porata looking in.
She's turning. She's doing what she's doing. She needs to be patient, though. She needs to be composed.
Well, Diaz was there with 3 minutes and change. She's now whittled it down to 1:30.
This position for Diaz is like walking on eggshells. So she has to be cautious. She can't leave anything opening because Andrea will snatch it.
She's still trying to work that triangle loose. That's got to be so hard, Rodolfo, to relinquish it because it's just like a jigsaw piece. It just fits in.
Yeah, but eventually for Andrea, there's going to come a point that it does become exhausting, especially for your legs, circulation. You do get exhausted.
Diaz continues the battle back. She may lose the round, but she can position herself to win the fight.
And actually, if this fight goes to the feet, Andrea is going to take some time for her legs to recuperate all that blood, you know, to the blood flowing.
It ain't working now. The first one was the best attempt, but Diaz has it sniffed out, making sure that arm does not get underneath her chin.
Yeah, now you get that 37 seconds, so it will benefit Andrea going into the third round. because she will be able to get that flood bank going. See how the
they'll
lock,
get broken up.
Yeah, and the lock wasn't breaking off. The lock was already coming off.
Great work for Claudia Diaz.
Yeah.
That is massive improvement for her. And now she looks to finish round 2 with the bang. She's lost this round, but certainly could leave a calling card for round 3. Another takedown. Amaro gets flushed.
If I was Diaz, I'll work on those low inside kicks right now. Andrea's legs are a little tired right now.
Route 1 punch as we get to the end of round 2. So this is it. Claudia Diaz. Claudia Diaz won round 1.
Lista, acción.
You'd be shocked if Andrea Amaro didn't win round 2. Everything to fight for in this 3rd round. 2 fighters that need it.
For Diaz, keep pushing that pace. Don't slow down. Use the reach. Use your strength to push Andrea off. You don't want to take this fight to the ground. As for Andrea, it worked for you in the 2nd round. Make your way, and you're going to have to probably take a shot or 2. But go ahead and take it to the floor. It was your bread and butter in the 2nd round. You were very effective. That is your keys here in this last round, this last chapter. But nice jab. See how she set up 1-1-2. Great stuff. And I like how Andrea's coming in with those shots very tight. No loose ends, especially with the hooks coming in tight. Sometimes when you tend to throw, and especially when you're using your hips, you expose all of that face on the right-hand side. But man, she's coming in crisp.
Claudia Diaz trying to inch closer and closer for the striking. This is a Muay Thai champion. She held the Muay Thai title. We're going to get back her winning ways. That right hand got flushed out by Amaro. Amaro's doing very nice in the striking here, composed and direct. Doubling up.
What I'm surprised that Diaz is not doing is working those low kicks. Look at Andrea's lead leg. It's wide open for you.
Short left hand there by Amaro. Plugging away. A long way to go in this 3rd round, but every moment counts.
I think what we've seen a lot from this. There's a leg. Goes for that takedown defense for Diaz. Good stuff on her end.
Stood up by Diaz. As you can see, Amaro did win the 2nd round. We are all level, heading into the 3rd round for everything to fight for. Diaz does not want to go back to the ground.
Maybe a head and arm throw. Nope, no sir, no today. Diaz keeps his fight on the feet. What I've noticed, Max, is that Diaz, she has that Muay Thai background, but she's boxing. She has that boxing stand-up with Andrea. That's what she's doing.
You haven't seen a lot of the Muay Thai, to be honest. Not the clinch, not in those knees.
Yeah, see, look at her right here. She is boxing with her.
Oh, 2 for 1. A short right was good from Diaz, but Amaro got one in as well.
And the stance, the whole Muay Thai stance, it's like, oh, it's just gone. It's just gone. She is boxing. Scrappy fighters is going at it, man.
2.5 to go, and both of them are just throwing for the fences. Does Amaro keep doing this? She had so much success taking it to the ground, and Diaz hated being on the ground. Amaro connects, kick to the midsection.
This is a fight, man. This is good stuff.
Where are the power punches? There have been some hard hitting, but not one that has really shook the other, and we're getting to the very deep end of the pool.
And you can tell that both these ladies are having fun. I know that they're just beating the crap out of each other, but they're having fun.
Listen to the corners.
Yeah,
I mean,
they are having
it sounds
fun.
like the New York Stock Exchange in there.
But every time that Andrea throws those punches, man, she smiles. It's great to see when fighters are having fun in there.
I mean, both these corners know how important it is for these fighters. Amaro wins, and she can move possibly as high as 2. Diaz wins, she will skyrocket up those rankings.
And imagine what a defeat would do. What you're gonna have to question here. What
guillotine attempt and out.
Andrea, though, crisp with the box and keeping it up.
So much on the line. We have seen these fighters go at it. It is just growing in magnitude. But can the power punch, can a submission attempt slip in here? Amaro's not a stationary target by any means.
At all. She's so fast-paced, and credit goes to all that running she does.
Yes, she was a national junior college half marathon national champion. Her therapy is running. When she's not feeling good, she goes and runs 15 miles. Man. She is fit.
Now we see a kick from Diaz. Now we see a knee from Diaz, but we haven't seen much of it. She's just purely boxing with Andrea. Show some kicks. I think you have a minute to go. Work that inside kick. It's available for you.
Rodolfo, it's funny that you brought up the running when you did, because right now Amaro looks so much fitter. She looks like the fight just started, with the exception of a few marks here and there and the sweat building up. Diaz getting leggy. There's no doubt about it.
I bet you can tell this young lady after this fight, she'll run 4 miles.
She would. Oh, great left hand by Amaro. Now we're right.
Oh.
Diaz has to fight back, or she's going to lose this.
Diaz says no, but she is busted open there in the nose area.
30 seconds.
Woo!
Bloodied up Claudia Diaz. Amaro with a boxing masterpiece late in round 3.
If you're not getting chills, you're not human. This is a great fight, man.
A fighter that had to deal with homelessness, autoimmune disease, had the hard path every step of the way.
Everything. They threw it all, man. They did not leave anything, even to the last second.
Unbelievable third round.
Man.
Unbelievable.
That was awesome.
Swinging for the fences. Unfortunately, there's going to be a loser, but there's going to be a winner. We highlighted the strawweight division. We had an incredible first round rear naked choke in our preliminaries, and this classic on the main card. Now we await the winner. It was all level after 2 rounds. Who gets the edge? To Lupe.
Después de 3 vueltas de mucha más acción, los jueces están de acuerdo con tarjetas idénticas de 29 a 28. After 3 rounds of much more action, the judges are in agreement with identical scores of 29 to 28. All in favor of the winner by way of unanimous decision, los tres a favor de la ganadora por decisión unánime. Andrea Amaro.